keeping up with David Banner, Bruce Banner's dad, and him experimenting on monkeys and stuff, trying to create seeds around this thing, man. It's already getting crazy. Next thing you know, he off in the monkey, like what the monkey did. Now the monkey looking heartbroken and betrayed. Ain't this something? So here you see Captain Sabretooth and David Banner debating that human experimentation wouldn't be right. So he switch it up and do it on himself, and they're hitting the Eddie Kane. And the next thing you see, Betty Ross running to her ex-boyfriend, and also the biggest antagonist. And my boy ain't wasting no time. He talking about you looking good and everything. She's so distracted by meeting her ex that she done left both her friends inside a room full of radiation bombs. The radiation bomb go off and Bruce Banner go in there like he the first white knight ever created. That's when the Hulk came alive. So my boy wake up in the hospital with his father, who's supposed to be father of the year, his bomb behind dad, talking about, I'll protect you from the world, son, I got you. You understand what's really going on? He like, who are you? After expeditiously telling him to leave, he take his 3 watchdogs and hit the door before he turn around and say, you better watch your temper with me, son. What is you talking about? Since his son ain't getting what he want, he went home and went straight Doofenshmirtz on everybody. Did not play, put the dogs out and everything while he in there trying to create Frankenstein and he playing with rats and dogs. The whole time Betty dealing with daddy issues, so she's very surprised that her dad wanted to come down and check on her for a little bit and have a visit. So she tells Bruce she'll see him in a little while. Her dad's doing nothing but more research. He in her closet trying to find out what she got going on, which hurts Betty very dearly. She tells him, Dad, I just wanted to spend time with you. He said no with the I don't even know why I try face. And she looking like, damn, you could have tried harder. She turns away and can't even face him eye to eye because she really contemplating starting that OnlyFans channel that he told her not to do. So she gets up and leave, and he sits there looking like Red Foreman. Since his daughter didn't give him the information he wanted, he pulled up on Bruce Banner directly. He sits there, tells Bruce he's nothing but a messed up kid in the brain. He don't know what all this energy is coming from because he don't barely even know the guy. He say he tossed away his dad, put him in prison, but other than that, there's nothing else to know about it. There's nothing in between. Next thing you know, he scoots his chair up and tell Bruce to stay away from his daughter like he's a PDF file. Bruce responds back with a stare like, man, you better get up off my last piece of pizza. They got Bruce Banner under surveillance, so he's staring out the window like his last name Myers. He get a random phone call, so that's when he heads to the phone, but then Buster busts in the door, asking him questions, throwing him around town like he's a piece of potato. He get to shoving his face in a pillow like, take that, no diddy. This is the first time on live film that we see the Hulk says the famous words, you're making me angry. That let Tavis know, oh yeah, it's game time, but Tavis not having none of that. Next thing you know, Bruce start punching the floor, going all Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. Buster's in the corner like his baby mama finna put him on child support. The Hulk's outside getting hit by every kind of round you can name, but don't seem like none of the bullets are working. He's just getting bigger like his name is Broly. Next thing you know, he's growing 2-3 feet taller. They don't know what to do. The guns aren't working. Buster on the floor can't move, doing the Christopher Reeves. That's when the Hulk spots him on the ground, takes one look, swoops over to him, kick the chair out the way and just to get a clear aim at him, and throw him away like he's a bag of rag dolls. That's when the movie takes a turn into the romantic side when it pulls off this Beauty and the Beast scene. This is the first time Betty's seen the Hulk in days. The Hulk done travel halfway across the country just to cap some Caucasian cheeks. But that's when the Bulldogs pull up. I ain't even gonna hold you. I thought these was the animals off of Scooby-Doo. On the island, Hulk grabbed his woman and put her away like a book on the bookshelf right into the car, and he's such a gentleman, he even closed the door for her. First thing on Hulk's mind is, let's play fetch. So he grabs a log, throws it at the poodle, swipes it off the car. Then the other pit bulls attack him. Now they're on the ground kicking up dust and fighting and rolling around. Like this is a Looney Tune cartoon fight. My boy getting bit left and right like he's a mailman on a bad day. Next thing you know, he start getting sturdy with them boys. He pick one up and slap it away like he's Ike and his Tina. He picks the other one up and then he becomes Babe Ruth for a quick second, slapping it away. Then picking the other one up, and that's when it's time to stop playing. Hit him right in the balls. Now this is when Eric Banner remembers that he was trained by Jackie Chan before the movie started. He looks at both of them and he has a plan. He jumps up and dodges both of them at the same time on some Karate Kid type. When he comes back down, he gives the poodle a mean back shot, killing it right into action. It was too much for the little dog's heart to handle. I guess after manipulating his chromosome and chemicals in his body, he's somehow obtained the superpowers he was trying to get from Bruce Banner. He's so overjoyed and ecstatic that now he has some type of superpower inside his possession. So that's when they decide, yes, cue in the black guy so he can be the first one to die inside the movie. At this point in the story, Betty Crockett, who has hooker-level daddy issues, decides to do an Ellen Iverson crossover move and call her daddy and give everyone the whereabouts and location of where Bruce Banner is hiding. Before she hung up, she must have told him she was cooking, because they came faster than black people to grandma's on Thanksgiving, ready to take Bruce Banner with plates and forks inside their hand. Next thing you know, Bruce Banner is on the floor, neutralized, looking in the love of his eyes like, how dare you do me this way? They then cut the scene to him in a hyperbolic chamber like he's training for the Cell tournaments with Goku. They got him strung up in some type of mechanism like he just visited Uncle Elroy's bedroom. After a hard day of betrayal and exploitation, Betty returns home where she found that Bruce's dad is there. He appeared like Batman. He say he'll come in without getting into a fight with anyone if they just let him see his son for one more time. Since he hasn't been there anyway, he wanted to wish him a happy birthday before he's put away for life. Isn't that ironic? The Hulk, of course, escapes and he pops out like Brock Lesnar out of a tenant booth. They then try to slow him down with Snoop Dogg's Chronics, but he's not having it. He only smokes the runts. Though everything else failed, Buster still wants a sample of the Hulk, and this leads to his own demise by shooting a rocket at him that bounces back, hit the wall. The funny thing is, everyone else knew it was a bad idea. They got out the way before he even let it off. He had to be one of the kids that refused to say no to drugs, because when that rocket shot back, he looked like Neve Campbell when they announced another Scream movie. After Buster blew himself up, the whole gang spun the block on the Hulk just to get back real quick. ARs and SKs, they even brought their own Al Pacino. This guy's the main character. After the Hulk destroyed half the facility, someone finally had the bright idea that maybe we should just let him outside so he can see what's going on the other side of the road. When he got outside, the Hulk remembered that he had left his oven on and he took off running like Ashton Hall. Somehow he ended up back home and he started having his repressed memories come to the surface. This is when everything started to make sense to the Hulk and Bruce Banner at the same time. I guess being back on the military nuclear base helped Bruce and the Hulk remember some of their repressed memories. But at this moment, this is when the army decided to spin the block and had to put that boy down one more time. This is when the Hulk takes off again and ends up in the desert. When he lands, he started rolling down the hill like a dehydrated Brendan Fraser in The Mummy. This is when he decides to stop running because they're not going to let up on him. So he turns around and does what he only knows best. Hulk, it's time to smash. Run towards them, forgetting that he's the Hulk, not the Juggernaut, but he's still going to show them who's the real competition inside the battle. The first tank he gets his hands on, he treated like Jack Lundberg and Ray Lewis just had a baby. Then he flips it like a little pancake, and it was like he was listening to Nelly, spinning around your head like a helicopter. He straight up start bullying the U.S. Army, turning them upside down and jiggling their pockets for change. It was incredible. This is where the Army has a clear shot at him. So they take position and then they use a missile to hit a death blow. But he used the other tank to dodge it. Then the Hulk becomes a crazy-ass girlfriend who has a bat and is doing demolition services to her ex's car. Maybe the CGI guys forgot that Hulk didn't have a shirt, but they tried to roll up his sleeve. But the intimidation tactic did not work because the tank was still there in his presence until he had to show him who he really was. And this is where the army guy realized he fucked up. Then the Hulk started running like a criminal away from jury duty. Next thing you know, he's running on walls, looking like he's part of the Sonic Adventures. No matter how many bullets these guys shoot, they don't seem to understand to shoot in front of him instead of behind. He's running and not being touched by any of these bullets. It's like he took a life lesson out of the page of Neo's book. Now they thought that Hulk is just crazy and hungry. He grabs a missile, they think he's gonna eat it, but he spits it back at the helicopter. So they demolition the whole mountain and try to bury him underground like his name was Rama Tut. After an extensive chase, somehow the Hulk ended up on his jet and they were headed to outer space. He was the first to do this, and you can even tell Soulja Boy. The guys on the jet fighter side was telling him he'll lose consciousness before you do. But if I look in the background correctly, I can see that the Hulk just pushes him into outer space. Thank you for your service, sir. And of course, that wasn't enough. Now the Hulk is back in San Diego and he's coming through the grounds like a modern day Trump. At this point, the army's going desperate, looking all through their playbook, trying to find different routes that they can exploit. Because at this point, the Hulk is untouchable. He's indestructible. And there's no one that can stop him. I guess they don't have any Avengers or Justice League in this universe. After getting desperate, they decide to wave the Caucasian cheeks in front of the Hulk's face to see what that might do. And it seems like it apparently will work. Because right now he's on a 6-level GTA level. And there's nobody that stopped him because he's a mod. So they surround him one more time with a bunch of guns and ammo and stuff like it was Vivica A. Fox and set it up. They even brought out the ICE agents, but they wouldn't have enough force in their artillery to get rid of this type of alien. It's mind-boggling because last time they seen each other, she portrayed him like Judy did Jesus, but hey, that's another story. So here you have the worst case scenario of a father, worse than a Nickelodeon kid's parent, over here trying to prove his case with his son, and it just doesn't seem to be working out. This is when the dad goes into a self-dialogue about how horrible the world is and how he wants to fix things, basically his evil speech, but nobody even cares or even asks him to even find out.
And then you dumbasses, 3 years later, believe some bitch that makes the same fucking allegations again! You fucking idiots!
After giving his evil villain speech and receiving a 1-star on Yelp, they decided to end the meeting. So when the army decided to pull the plug, the dad had a different thing in mind. So instead, right before our eyes, we see what Spider-Man 2, they got their idea to turn Jamie Foxx into Electro. No cap, when I seen this guy first, I thought he was gonna have Mr. Manhattan levels of power, but I was very wrong. As the dude grew big, he looked like a T-New version of Mr. Manhattan. And as soon as he did, he took Bruce Banner into outer space and they go into a DBZ fight scene. All I did was look down at the top of my shield, and when I looked back up, he was over here fighting a Borgonak off of Galaxy Quest. At this point, I was so lost. When I realized the writers must have started running out of ideas and had no more routes inside of their playbook to use. Once they fell into the water, I could only conclude that this guy was really an avatar, probably the one before AIM. He was blazing the Hulk so bad, he wanted to suck his literal soul out of him. Oh my God. After fighting the Glazinator for at least what seemed like 15 minutes straight, the Hulk became exhausted and frustrated with the sheer might. That's when the Hulk had an epiphany. Wait a minute, I don't even like myself. He told the father that he could have all the power he wanted, but it seemed like it was too much for the father to even hold. So at the end of the day, it led to him self-destructing. And it's crazy this 60-year-old guy really crashed out just to become a flubber. And it was a short-lived flubber because as soon as he did, the army sent down a nuclear missile just to clear it out. Him and the Hulk got the business. Then I guess this is probably like a year later, they take you into Vietnam or Guatemala or somewhere where Bruce Banner is about to give it to some bandits. And you know the rest from there.